Derek, you said something about a dream that I'm still waiting to hear.
Oh, my dream.
You said it wasn't. You're like, oh, it's not that important. That's why I'm bringing it up now. So
It's kind of lame. So I had a fucking weird dream last night. So last night I had it was me in a classroom, and I was with Nadeshot, the streamer, Call of Duty,
100 Thieves
guy,
hmm
and we were like partners at something. And he started like lecturing me, not lecturing me, but like talking to me about
yelling
like,
at you.
not yelling at me, talking to me about like streaming and all that stuff. And he said like, and then he asked like, "Oh, do you play any Call of Duty?" And I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" And he goes, "Well, you want to send me your like COD name? We could play together sometime." And I was like, and I was like trying to pull up my phone and show him pictures of like my stream setup, because at this point I still haven't told him about it. So I'm like trying to like show him. I was like, "Dude, I want to be like kind of like you.
I want to be you."
in a way." And I was like, "This is my way in. I'm gonna just fucking clout my way through this." And,
Of course.
and then the dream ended, and I was like, "What just happened?" And I kind of got excited this morning because I was like, "Today's the day it's happening. I'm gonna be famous."
Nadeshot, huh?
But
Dude, you could
funny.
become one of the 100 Thieves. Ooh.
What is that? Like his group?
Yeah,
it's a whole
or his
org,
team.
and it's like a
Agency, isn't it?
pro.
Oh, that's right. He owns that.
it's
agency.
like an agency, right? He
Kind-
kind of gets a percentage of everybody's cut, probably. I'm sure.
Yeah, because you can sign and be just like a content creator, but too, it's a lot of like pro like leagues.
Yeah, I think
you
he
take on their
owns-
branding, right?
Yeah, he owns a pro team too in Call of Duty. I thought he did because
Yeah.
what's his name? Hecz, the old owner for Optic Gaming, actually owns Optic Gaming again. He bought it last week. He bought it again, and he didn't tell Scump that he was buying it, but because they're like best friends.
Yeah.
Like those two like made each other, and Scump was like a little like, man, I didn't even know he was buying it, and I kind of feel like betrayed in the sense of him not telling me, but he's also like really excited. But they think that a rumor or whatever, this isn't fact, so don't write me down as this, but they think Hecz might sell it to Nadeshot, or Nadeshot might buy it from Hecz. So then Nadeshot will own Optic Gaming, and because he used to be
Well,
on
he-
Optic Gaming.
Well, then
Couldn't he just like merge the two?
yeah, he
Do something
would.
either completely
Yeah.
new or just make it 100
He probably
Thieves.
he probably would keep it Optic Gaming, but it would be under
Him.
his agency.
Yeah, that seems kind of weird though, because doesn't that kind of come under like a conflict of like, I don't know, if you own like two NFL like teams, doesn't that seem kind of like weird, or like they're like helping each other too much, or
Yeah, that's
Or, like-
interesting. Well, I said, I don't know if he even owns a team now.
I think you'd have to rebrand. Maybe, I don't know if there's something in there. I would
yeah, but
just
it's not
assume
even
that's
it's not
normally-
the rebranding part. It's like the whole like you own two teams, you want both of them to
That's
do
why you
well.
merge them. Yeah, so
That's,
like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
I-
Connor said something about not merging them, and the
I think you would have to merge them.
No, I
yes.
said he would merge them.
oh
Yeah, I said he would merge them.
Yeah, normally, even, I mean, for sports teams, like, I know for the youth clubs here in Fort Wayne, it was like Fort Wayne Fever and then Citadel, and they merged into Fort Wayne United. Stuff like that. But
yeah, then definitely a merge would happen. I would.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
now,
mean,
keeping the 100 Thieves or the Optics Gaming name, that's another thing. I don't know. I would assume he'd brand it under his own brand since he owns it now.
yeah, like I said, I don't know if he owns a team now, but I could be wrong. But anyways, like Hector, his name's Hector, not Hex.
Is that his
but-
real name?
No, that's not
Oh,
Nadeshot.
I was going to say, okay. What is
Uh,
his real name?
I don't know. I don't really like him. I think he's like super egotistic, so I've never really
Well,
been
he
a
is
fan.
from Chicago.
But well, he's also egotistic.
He's a little
'cause
bit roughed up.
He like started from nothing and then like built through. He was like one of the best players until Scump got into the game. And once Scump joined the team, they used to fucking hate each other because they
Yeah.
were like both like
Very
top tier.
egotistical.
Well, that too.
Just,
And like
just elite gamers. Yeah.
Scump is just like beyond good. And then they were like always fighting over the team, but he ended up like retiring. Nadeshot, but Scump still plays.
Yeah.
But Yeah, and I don't know. I've never liked him. There's something about him. I'm like, dude, this dude's a douche. So I just do not like him. And I like Scump. He's not too bad, but I used to watch like them when like Call of Duty and I don't know why I put quotes on that. Call of Duty and Halo were like the big thing in esport, but I was like more into a little bit of Halo. But
A little bit of Halo.
he was always like, I don't know, they'd always just like yelling and shit. I'm like, dude, that's still like unsportsmanship. It's just like bad. The one time, I think it was Scump though, they like won and Scump like stood up on stage and he's like, I'm the fucking best. And he's like looked over at the other team and he's like, I'm the fucking best. Because he had like a rivalry with one of the other players. But it was like, they never got in trouble. They never get in trouble for that stuff. It's like right there on stage for like $500,000 for playing video games, and they stand up and they're like unprofessional about it. It's like, dude, come on.
Yeah, but sometimes like networks like that stuff because that's like,
I mean,
looking at.
I mean, this was before networks. I mean, this wasn't on a network though.
No,
this was before ESPN even thought video games were video games in a sense. You know, like ESPN hates the fact that.
Yeah, but
they'll
still like market that.
Oh,
and,
for
like,
sure.
Make a clip out of that.
But that was
then
all.
People like are like, checking out like what's going on here.
they'll get a bunch of hits on it.
Yeah, it's just it annoys me because I'm like, dude, shut up. Like,
well, back then, I mean, if it wasn't as big, you know what I mean, it was kind of just more of like a personal, vendetta.
yeah, I mean,
could you imagine though, like, really not? I mean, not only just not liking somebody, or maybe you had some kind of vendetta with another team or something, and you just crush them, and you're just like, fuck yes. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as being like, fuck you, I'm the best, da 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 da. But I would stand up and I would do some fist pumping or something.
yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
they
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
fine.
That's different, but it's like he like stood up and was like purposely like at this guy, and he's like, "You're garbage.
He singled a guy
You're
out.
trash.
Okay.
I'm the best. I told you I'm the best." And it was like,
It's like a Conor McGregor moment.
yeah, but they're like fighters, so like I expect it
yeah.
in like MMA or any of the fighting.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're getting a little bit more rage. in
Yeah,
there.
it's
You're
all
taking
about
punches.
that. So
that is true. That is true.
these guys are not to undercut professional gaming because I always wanted to be in the Halo League, but like I'm like, dude, I play video games a lot too, and they are just Ninja's gonna hate me, but it's just a game.
I think you'll find at any high level sport, whether it's esports, whether it's football, soccer, whatever kind of competition based, game there is, whether it's gaming online, whatever, you're gonna find some big egos in there. You have to.
Oh, yeah.
Those people have to have a big ego. That's how they get there.
Well,
they need to be able to shut off the haters. You know what I mean?
no, I agree.
Well,
And sometimes they let it out and they shouldn't. To some extent, you still gotta try and stay humble a little bit and quiet about it and move in silence. But I mean, yeah, when that happens, I think it was probably just a special moment for him. I think.
Yeah, I think if I was in his boat, I would be insanely egotistic. I already am like super. It sounds really bad, but like, I feel like at times I'm already like that. Everybody is.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's like,
you got to take care of yourself.
but when you're like that, it's like when you have that and you have that, like you said, like that ability to be at that level, it's a little different because you're like,
you
I
have
am
to
the
be
best,
like that.
you know?
Yeah, you almost have to have that mindset in a sense when you get to that part of the mountain you're climbing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Just as a kid, I was like, don't do that. That's not really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the same age as I was, but I think he's